Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed down below if you're joining me through YouTube. And if you're not joining through YouTube, make sure that you like my page or you're on my Facebook group. And also make sure that you do drop on, say hello, tell me where you're from. So welcome to Tuesday. Tuesday's my Tecchnique Tuesday. I've always said that this one and my card sketch are probably my favorite. I try not to miss out on any of those. And I know, well, no, I'm okay. I thought I was a little bit early, but I think I'm okay. But today what we're going to do is do a technique. It's been around in the last, I'd say 2-3 months. And it's just one of those ones that I never got around to showing this technique. I did show it on a stamp camp, but of course I'm using all different product and everything else. So let's see what we've got here. We are going to be using the Otterly Awesome stamp, or the suite. It comes with the stamp set and the dies. Simply adorable. It has 15 dies and it's got lots of little pieces to it and everything else, little fish, and this is so cute, the images. I also really like the gems that go along with this. These are the Riverside Irregular Pearls that are on there, and then of course this designer series paper. And my goodness, the colors I think are there, but look at this piece. This piece really sings to me, and I don't know why. But anyways, I haven't even used any of that. But we are going to be using one of the other pieces of designer series paper. And the other thing that's in here is this fantastic, it's not really a twine. It's almost like a satin sort of trim. But we're going to use some of that today as well. So it's a busted canvas technique. And if you've ever seen, like, think of it where the whole purpose of this is it originated from an artist. And think of it that it's busting through canvas. And we're going to do that technique with paper. Now, of course, I have actually done this years and years and years ago with canvas, and it was with media art. So, you know, and I can't find it. Otherwise, I would have brought that on just to show you that it really is kind of neat to go with it. But what it's a great way to use your designer series paper and give that artist touch, right? So what you want to do is take one of the layers of designer series paper, and I happen to have mine at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. But let's leave this here. I'm going to move this designer series paper. And I see I am missing one thing that I desperately need. And it's right there. We go. Sorry about that, but I'm packing up for a class tonight. So, and I always seem to have stuff that I need in there. You're going to need a pair of your paper snips. This is probably going to be one of your most important things that you're going to have. Plus, also, you are going to need a paper piercing mat, and you're probably also going to need the paper piercer, and you can also use this particular X-Acto knife there as well. So I am going to, and I am going to use, you can use, I'm using just a paintbrush. You'll see how I use that. I am also using a paintbrush. I'm using some glue dots. And there's another thing I took away from my desk. Well, I won't be doing these classes in a bit, but you're going to need some glue dots. That's going to be very, very important. Okay, so let's get going. So I am using this particular designer series paper. It's this side that we're going to use. And isn't that adorable with those fish that are all within there? And this piece happens to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I got a piece of Pool Party that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then our regular card base. Now, I'm trying to use some of the colors that are already in the designer series paper. So this is Granny Apple Green, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. Remember that this piece here is going to be in on my Facebook group, and there's a link to it below. Only in there will I be giving the different pictures of it, all the different product that I've used with this one as well. All right, so this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to fold into the mountain there. This Granny Apple Green looks so much darker on screen because it is not that bright off screen. Okay, and then this piece is going to go here. I'm not going to put that on right away. And like I say, there's this piece here. Now what you want to do is you are going to come in with your paper piercing mat. And you are going to just take this piece here and you take your pick tool. And I'm just going to come in here and just put a hole in there. And really, it doesn't even have to have a hole. I could go with my X-Acto knife. And I'm actually just going to cut down from there. And I'm going to cut up from here. Like I say, this is called busted canvas. Now, this is going to show that you don't really need that X-Acto knife. Because I'm coming in and I'm going to take this. And I'm not cutting on a direct cut. I'm cutting from the center down to about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. I'm going to come and cut this like this and up here as well. And we'll cut some of this. Like I say, I don't want to have it where it's exact, and see where it's all cut there. And you know what? I think what I can do is cut into here. I think this will look good, and we'll cut into here as well. All right, and then we're going to take this piece here, and we are going to take this and we are going to curl our designer series paper. And it doesn't have to be exact. We might even cut some extra pieces, but I'm just taking this. Now, I guess you could do this with your bone folder, but you're not going to get it as tight of a curl. So I just want to do this. And you know, it's amazing. This paper does remember to do this. And I'm going to come up just a bit more on this particular one. Oh, just over here a bit. And let's just cut there. Just like that. And then we're going to come here. Now, I found, you know, at first I was really concerned about what I had on the opposite side of this. But it doesn't really matter that much. It's what you have on the front that really matters. So just going to come up here, roll this. Oh, and that piece does not want to stay down. There, is that working now? Yes. This actually reminds me of a technique that I also did for a Christmas card quite a few years ago, actually. Might do that one day here. Okay, just now this is a card that you would not be able to give in an envelope unless you put it inside of a box to mail it away. It would be one of those ones that you give. I think this works really, really well for children's cards. At least that's what I did with the other one I did. I'm just going to cut that down just a bit. But you see how it's now starting to look like it's busted open, right? This also reminds me of a scrapbook page, actually, that I did where I had Superman coming out of the page. But it wasn't done like this because that would have just taken up, it wouldn't have been very good for the scrapbooking. But, oh, gee, that was years ago. That was probably about 15, 16 years ago. It was a neat effect. And we'll just do a couple more. Boy, I have a very, very quiet crowd today. Right. Let me get that down. And like I say, glue dots, glue are going to be really, really important on this particular one. And that's okay to have that like that as well. And just our last one. So Busted Canvas, this is called. There we go. So it's just like that. And what I want to do is I'm going to come in with my glue dots. And we are going to just pull some of these off. And I just want to make sure that that is sitting down and it's going to keep those, because once we've got it, we don't want for it to uncurl either. A skewer works really good for this too. So let's just get those down. And glue. Like I say, glue would work as well, but I think the glue dots work pretty good too. And they don't have to be all at the same opening. They can be all different in there as well. Okay, and then let's put some here. A little tedious, but I think it's really cute when it's done. There, and one more. And so that way, at least your glue dots will hope to keep them down. There we go. All right, so this piece is going to fall onto here, but I want something to go in here. So I have a couple of these images and they're cut out like this. And so I thought it would be really cute to fussy cut, and I didn't fussy cut this ahead of time. I probably should have. There's no die to cut this one out. There's some dies that will cut out some of our otters, but I really like these ones dancing around. Just I'll see how that looks. Okay, just like that. So see how this is going to go in there. Now I also could come in with this one. I love this one with the fish in here. Now it has the little dies, and on one of my cards that I've done, I actually did the otter, and I cut out the fish and then put them on. Very, very small fish. Anyways, just going to see which ones work. Now, I thought I really like this. We're cute together. You're Otterly Amazing might be another good one to use. Maybe that's a good one to use. There we go. So this can be like this. Or what I could also do is have a piece where it's actually coming off of here, and you know what, and I think I will. I'll just actually, let me just cut this piece out. I got another idea that I could do with this. So let's just cut this part. This is a part one, but that's always good. There we go. So let's put this up here. We're going to actually put this guy on here. So we're going to move this up here, move these down here, and see that's being okay. And then this one, we can just glue right onto here, and that'll kind of take up the space. Okay, so let's go in with our dimensionals, and we're going to pop some of those up, and then we'll put this on. Now, we could have had lots of seaweed behind. I just didn't do any of the seaweed because there's those dies that are the seaweed dies right here. So let's go ahead and put this. Like that. Let's go ahead and put this one just on the top part. And that's just going to slip underneath. And let's go and take our glue and glue this on. Just a different look. So we want the seaweed going the right way. Just going to put that onto there. Now I have this strip here, and I was thinking that would be this "We're Cute Together." Love You Lots might be another good one to do. Let's see which one will look good. I really think that your Otterly Amazing would be cute there too. I'll just come on. And I think what we'll do is come in and maybe put Lost Lagoon. I think Pretty Peacock would work, but I know I do have that packed up for tonight's class. Or that Love You Lots could have been. Okay, we're going to use it. All right. I'm going to do a chevron on here. So this will go here. See how that's going to go. And this is going to go on the inside is what's going to happen. So you know what? I think, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to just glue this part down and put him under the put it under the otter and have that come up there. And what we could have done was go and take this, and I should have done this before I glued it. I'm just going to take my bone folder and just do it down. And now I can put that back under there and cover that up. So, and then it's going to go on our Granny Apple Green. But see how that's popping right out of there. Fun card and something different to do. I really think my grandson would love this just because he likes that sort of stuff. Now my granddaughter, different story. Okay, and then we have this. And we're going to just put our little otter that has a fish in its mouth right here. Okay. So that's going to go on the inside. Forgot all about that twine. Let's see how that's going to look. That's just going to go on there. Oops, and that's not even straight. Boy, I have a very, very quiet crowd. Tell me where you're from. All right, and then we have these, and they're opalescent things, and they're all different colors, and I think I'll use these darker colors on here. There. And then we can come ahead and put one of these other ones. Let's just put that kind of down there. Whoops, it's really off. Let's just put that right there. Now, if I wanted to, I could have tried to put this on, but I don't think it's going to. Let me just try something. I'm just going to tie a bit of a bow, and a very, very loose big bow. And let me just try pulling this up just to see how this would look. So this is just going to go behind. There we go. That'll just give a bit of something on there. Like so. You don't really see it, but we're okay with that. Oops. Oh, didn't take the backing off of that one. There we go. And just one more. So if you're watching this on a replay, let me know that you're watching it on a replay. Now we're just gonna, we're not trying to make it look like a bow. We just want some texture behind there. There we go. So that's using the Otterly Awesome. Now, don't forget about the sale that starts tomorrow. Lots of great sales. Stock up on your bundles. You save extra money on your bundles. You're also going to save money on cardstock, on inks, and it's a great time to stock up. I know I've got to stock up on some more of my cardstock. I seem to go through so much of my cardstock every single month. But also somebody went and said to me the other day was, you know, this is the best time if you want a really good bargain is to just start on a starter kit, and that will give you extra stuff on there, and you don't pay any shipping on there as well. All right, you guys, so tomorrow it'll be 3 o'clock for my mystery challenge. The clues will be posted around noon, and I hope that you will join me. 3 o'clock, yes, that will work for tomorrow. And then yeah, and then what we'll do is we can see you Saturday. I know I'm going to be going a little bit earlier for my card sketch, and the reason being for that is because I decided last minute to go into a craft fair. I'm selling my cards. I'm getting rid of a lot of my cards. So a lot of these cards that I make on my lives will be going. And I'm doing a lot. I'm selling them really cheap. Like no envelopes, $1 a piece. I'm also selling my glue containers. And if you are interested also in a kit, I have my scrapbooking kits and some card making kits there as well. And of course, I'll be having giveaways for sure. All right, you guys. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do. And I have a funny feeling that some of you, look at that. I do have comments. Anyways, I was thinking nobody's loving me. Anyways, it's all good. So yes, so if you want to join me, I'm at the Hamlets on Saturday and Sunday, if you do live in the Kamloops area, and if not, if you know anybody that lives in Kamloops, send them out there. It's a really good cause. It's for the our senior residents that are out there, and they're raising money for them to do some different activities. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul, and we will see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time. Bye for now.